Hey, I'd like to welcome everybody to this particular episode of Goggles. I want to thank anybody who has inspired me. Hopefully you enjoy this presentation of Goggles. It's going to be something fun, I think. It's a drama, a mystery, and suspense, and it has a twist inside of it, which kind of reveals itself a little bit later. So hang in there. It's almost movie length, I think 15 minutes or so of just a drama, just a high, intense scene of me as Goggles. I'm not over in Blue Eyes at this point, and I'm not at home with my wife, but there's a different woman this time. So I introduce somebody new, a different experience. We keep names and stuff out of it to protect those that are innocent, but I want you guys to enjoy, and hopefully you can feel the intensity. Hopefully I did a good enough job to come across with the drama to make it a spectacle that you can enjoy and appreciate. So, without any further ado, this is Goggles, and I want to say right up front, I'm mad as hell. Why you keep trying to replace me? You know, just as well as I know, that I have done a lot of things for you. And in return, you have done nothing for me. This is Goggles. You got it. This is Goggles. And I'm mad as hell. You trying to get rid of me. I be damned. When I first met you, your self-esteem was about as high as an anthill. That low self-esteem is one of the reasons why you and I were never able or capable at all of making it. You insisted on being unhappy. No matter what I did, whether I did yard work for you, whether I helped you in your house, whether I helped you with your vehicle, whether I fed you and your family, whether I provided spiritual comforting for you, whether I was there for you in your time of need, no matter what I did, it wasn't good enough. You have always been trying to replace me. As a matter of fact, you would always tell me these weak stories about these super niggas and hillbillies. And my ears would bleed from listening to this. But I thought I was being a good boyfriend or good friend, hell, even a good enemy for that matter, in listening to that bullshit. You know, that cooler talk, the talk when people at their sorry jobs and they sit there and have just general conversation about the weather and You've always been trying to replace me. If it wasn't for my connection with what I believe is God, I would want to go berserk. One of the questions I want to ask God in heaven, knock at the door, maybe St. Michael or listen, say, let me ask you a question. Let me ask one question. In my relationship with Big Bertha, can you please tell me what was going on inside of her mind? And I know there's a lot of people in line bumping and pushing and trying to get into heaven. And I'll tell them, y'all wait a minute. Let me ask St. Michael this question so that I can understand the behavior of a woman I did everything for. Everything I did, I've gone for walks. I've provided positive energy. I've had conversations in the wee hours of the night. I've helped you when you was distressed about your children, distressed about work or the lack thereof. I have always been there. Now here it is. I will announce that I made one mistake. And I have been crucified beyond repair. The king of Mr. Fix-It. Mr. Everything. Mr. I give chances all day long. Can't afford to make one fucking mistake. Out of there. So I asked myself, and I said, self, Goggles, what is wrong with you? In the infamous words of a genius, Xavier, my big brother, he said, you must be out my mind because I know you out of yours. How crazy is this? Is sex the motivation for my behavior? If this was an athletic event, I would be an odds-on favorite permanently to win the event. Bettors, the people in Las Vegas, would never even entertain the idea of placing a bet on the board. That's how much better than you I am. I can cook better than you. I can clean better than you. I can do things that grandmothers and mothers from back in the day before social media could do. Now, I can't cook and stuff better than them, but I'm better than you. And all you do is sit around looking like a duplex, low self-esteem. I'm running around with my tongue out my mouth, trying to please you after coming from work. You, on the other hand, don't work at this point. But when you was on your mountain or your high horse, when you was working, you let me have it. You was dropping beads on me. Word to Bushwick, Ghetto Boy, Scarface, Willie D, Lil J. You was killing me. Something that you let me know, and I realized it. You told me something that was critical. You said from the beginning, and I like to talk about in the beginning. In the beginning, you told me that you was emotionless. that family members, boyfriends, everybody else was always puzzled at the fact that you didn't give a damn, it appeared, about anybody else's feelings. Another thing you never did, as long as I've known you, 90-something% of the time, you never text me, you never called me. It was always me. Goggles. And now that you have made an attempt to replace me, I'm mad as hell. Now you would think, Goggles, why would you want to stay in a depressive situation like a stamp or something or a staple put together? Why would you want to be in a situation as such? There was no consistency with sex. So it wasn't that. So in this case, sex is not better than this. This is an eye-opener. And I want you to learn something. Now, don't try to explain anything, and please don't flare up like a peacock and get hard at this moment. I'm over here, and he said, tell your boyfriend to stay over there. That's what he should do. Just stay over there and sit and be a good boy. Because right now, this is my house. And until I leave, and you hear them drums, follow me out of this door, nobody moves. This is Goggles. For any of y'all that want to know who I am, you knew, all y'all knew. As a matter of fact, listen, everybody take a seat. Fellas, before you take a seat, empty your pockets. Anything that's greenery or that can translate into funds into my account. I'm going to give you my Cash App number. Godxstalker, Godxstalker718. I want you to cash app me all the money in your account and give me all the cash out your pocket. And that watch is pretty nice. Give me that too. Big Bertha fucked this up. This is now a robbery. Even though we're not in the state of New York, this is a large-sized pickpocket. I feel like I deserve to be paid, just like the lady in Detroit, for all my pain and suffering. If you three musketeers think y'all gonna stand here and make a mockery out of me as I walk through this door, ready to take my shoes off and celebrate and relax and try to conversate with this lady here, and she drops the bomb on me, and I see all of y'all sitting here in this living room. If y'all think I'm going to be the butt of the joke as the king of this castle and as the king of this table, y'all got another thing coming. As a matter of fact, everybody take your clothes off. Not the ladies. Fellas, take your shit off. Fold your pants, shorts, whatever, into a pile. Put them over there. T-shirts or whatever y'all call yourself doing. Bandanas or whatever. I don't give a shit. Whatever it is, make a pile. I want the money and stuff in this pile right here. And then I want everybody to back up. The back door is locked and covered. I got 4-5 people out there guarding this whole camp right now. So now let me ask you again. You trying to replace me? You want to replace me? I tell you what, once I make all of these cash, aggressiveness, collectings, and I got paid for my emotional damage or whatever, then we're going to proceed from this point forward. Here's something that I know. I have everybody's driver's license, access to everybody's account already. I knew this day was coming, and I'm ready for it. Because there's only one of us that's extremely smart on earth, and you're looking at him. It's the pink kid. And this time I'm not talking about my shirt and my hat. It's Goggles. And I'm mad as hell. And I hope you guys enjoyed my presentation of Goggles. Again, I am influenced and making an attempt to try and create something positive and fun, a drama, mystery, a different character, showing different phases of Goggles. I want to thank Adverse for being a high influence to me. His brother is also an influence. They have been in my corner for a very long time, supporting me with the Goggles swing. Anybody else that has been faithful in watching, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos with other people. I'd like to thank people who are, I got to definitely thank Professor Z for cash apping me some money before to my Godxstalker718. I appreciate you, and nothing but God bless you for everything that you're doing going forward. I want to keep practicing this stuff to get it to a point where, I'm actually supposed to be in a movie coming up soon. I don't want to give too much away because it hasn't been too much happening at this point. But just in case it pops off, I'll bring it to the table, and we'll see where we go from there. So I want to thank you guys for watching this presentation of Goggles. I don't really know what else I could say. It's just a thought process of being kicked out or rejected by a woman who you feel like you've done everything for. And then I ended up in the end making it a little bit with a twist of having there be an audience inside of her house. As I'm thinking I'm going to go over there, be very quiet, sit down, take my shoes off, relax, and notice that I'm the butt of the joke. And all these other men, and there's entertainment going on. So I refuse to be bullified by people who are making a mockery out of me. So that's what Goggles is all about. I got more than one side. That's one that I want to show. I show different presentations because my thing right now, my concentration is on emotions. And these emotions are displayed in different ways. And I'll concentrate on an emotion and stick with it and do a storyline to go with it. I want to give a shout out to Jordan Peele. He talks about a spectacle. So I want to try and make sure I focus on trying to keep a spectacle in mind and how that's somebody who's laughing at you. So Goggles ended up being a spectacle for these people, but I flipped the script just like his chimpanzee did. Just in case you haven't seen Nope, I won't spoil it for you. But a shout out to any creator, anybody creative, anybody that got any desire to be creative. I pray that God bless all of us with our resources and things so we can be successful and continue keeping entertainment going. Much love to the Black families. Much love to people who have respect for themselves. Much love to people with melanin in their skin and the people that lack thereof. If you're a good person, I want to say I love you. If you're not, oh well.